I was like, Kevin tell a try more kasa say yanchi win to me and to my more resign from position. And NDC in our buying or mabu many corruption. So or I yente won hey and I say munya but train a year fat 1 month and worry or buy a man and would the same month. A process so and a watch more expect to say fuel price and the cost no. It's not news. I was here a Nox TV audio for me play video no I'm a more but before that no. Best also subscribe to your channel no you YouTube, Facebook and a TikTok meaning a Nox TV.
Because Sebio, ye tisika kwa wari oba. Until say ye ni oba no ebe wono. Obi antumi njina obebi nka se mi huni ho. It might delay, but at a point, a child will come. Because ebi a day na wari oba na, there was somebody in Obani family or expecting say 1 month time, Obani be by ye nyim 1 month and 1 month. E was on oba shia, eda, ema Obani fe fru, ema di 9 months, and son Obana wo. So if you know these things in the natural order, it has to go that way, then you don't have to be pissed off to be telling the government, because at this point in 2027, if people are prosecuted and jailed, or at the end of the day nipa bi echo jailer, what are you going to say again? Are you going to come backtrack and say, hey, it becomes difficult. Then you yourself, you find yourself in a position that you cannot defend. So we need to be tactical about how, when we are angry about things, we speak. How we allow some people to just move us and just drag us along some jandam. And that is, we need that emotional experience to do this job. You need to understand. Since a woman, the most difficult thing I have come to realize is political prosecution. And if you have read a little bit about politics, if you have read a little bit about governance, you will understand to say, prosecuting a politician, you can prosecute 60 civilians. I'm talking about people who are not involved in active politics. Now, to be prosecuted 2 politicians. The issue is that, 1, a politician coming out of power has money. A politician coming out of power is not somebody you can just push into jail. A politician coming out of power who stole a lot of money, especially a government that was able to touch the judiciary to make sure they have 1 or 2 people as their judges who will not tell you, may MPP judge, and I say, but they know what they are doing. It is not easy. But that does not say people should not be prosecuted. No, it's not a justification for the delayance of prosecution. But for you to say Ababa power, within 1 year, Abanchi departed, it doesn't work like that. But within that 4 years now, they are Abino, then what you gave the Abine to do, no, then you wait. Because at this point, apart from what say Abanchi Obiantum, the government is constructing your road. The government is working on the economy. The government is creating opportunities. So at the end of the day, you have to understand, say, the government is working in your interest. Maybe the pace you want it is not happening. So that does not give you the justification. Because when you do that, then people who watch you, people who listen to you, people you talk to, people you meet, they start to weigh how you assess or you view issues, your perspective and your point of view. So politics is very, very tricky. And we sometimes need to understand. And when MPP4, they have capitalized on. The biggest thing that MPP4 be in their life is for me to come one day and turn against the NDC government or turn against John Mahama. But there should be a reason. There should be a reason for me, Kevin Taylor, to sit here and turn against the government. What is the reason? That does not mean I cannot criticize the government. But I know the NPP as a party, all that they need is that I'll be emotional about some things. And I've told you from opposition, Bekacham said this wasn't going to be an easy walk. If you have a government, the policies almost over the buyer life-changing policies. And I mean, hey, 1,000 people, and to me, I say, we have all been employed under those life-changing policies under MPP, which they call the social intervention. So the question here is, as we sit here, why should we even be angry if the government is trying to make spaces to employ the overload unemployed people? That is the thing we need to ask. The NDC government promised you jobs, yes. But the same people, you can't come to power and say you have sacked everybody. You are bringing new people because all these people are what? All these people are what? Are NDC people. So, munyina, sack munyina, the NDC people. It doesn't work like that. You, the same people, come and sit on TV and say, John Mahama is being ruthless. You told me John Mahama say, Ombeye adepa, na di ekufuado mama ninja the same thing. So you want John Mahama to come to power and say that, okay, you know something, because some people are my people, I have to sack everybody, whether legitimate or illegitimate, and put my people. It doesn't work like that. So we need to understand, it's going to take time for you to make sure, say, you change the system. Until you, today, if something doesn't go well for you, or the way you see your pace, it does not mean the government is not delivering. So the prosecution of the MPP appointees, I am still in for it. I want people prosecuted. But the fact of the case is, do you want people to be prosecuted in 1 month? It doesn't happen. It's not realistic. Say within 6 months, 1 year, 10 people will be prosecuted. But I've given the NDC government 4 years. Prosecution is to happen. It means that say, please, identify 1 month, 2 months. Now we are now. We start to follow politics. Also working kind with the politics. What would say a political prosecution? Yeah, the 6 months, the 8 months, 1 year jail will be that. No, it does not work like that. Let's not act as if say we are living in some kind of space. No. But we have given the government 4 years. And if this government fails to do that, we have opportunity to go to the ballot in 2029. What is your problem? Let us not make it look like, say, there is, I am also frustrated that prosecution, people have not been jailed. But as much as I'm frustrated, it does not mean that people have to be jailed today. I am process. I am frustrated. The president is frustrated. You are also frustrated. But does it mean that today somebody has to be jailed? No. Because the person has to go through process. The same way, if you are also caught in the web, you will have to go through the process. So I'm not the kind of journalist who come and sit here and make you look like, say, Ochina also because jail. But I have given the government a 4-year mandate. It is a government in 2027, 2028, puts people in jail. What are you going to say? So let's not act as if, say, we are sitting here, we are living in a world within 2 months. Go back into my productions. I never said within a month people will go to jail. I said people will be prosecuted, people will be jailed. It's a 4-year mandate. If the NDC fails to do that in 4 years, you have the right to change your mind. I'm not going to force you to vote for the NDC, but I'm going to tell you the real truth. We need time for you to, because I'm not sitting here for you to feel say, I was saying me crock out to my NDC. That is not my job. My job is to tell you the truth. MPP for platform and I'm going to say where they no, me I will tell you. So if you sit there and you think say within 6 months, it's going to take you 1.5 years or 2 to jail. I'm telling you. So then I know sometimes some of you people make it look like NDC. The NDC is going to win 2029 elections. It's a fact. You might have your own reservations. I don't care. I know what this government is doing. I know the impact the government is making. The NDC will win. You can change your mind and say you don't vote for NDC. It is your problem. You can choose to vote for Bawumia. It is your problem. It is how you assess things. It is where you want to be. But the NDC government I know, the John Mahama government I know, they have delivered. They have improved lives. They have changed things. Compared to where we were and today, this government has done well. I will never sit here and tell you that NDC is losing power. It is your brain. That is how you feel because you are not being realistic to yourself. Be realistic to yourself. When you get realistic, when you become realistic to yourself, you understand. And I can tell you and I can put my life on the line. The NDC will win 2029. There's no doubt about it. Because I have a whole data on the developmental work this government is doing, changing people's life directly and indirectly. And I know the changes the government is doing. I am not scared. If you meet me and you tell me NDC is losing, I'm not scared because I know what the NDC is doing. I am not the type who looks at people's emotions and I'm determined at the conclusion of where Kabediama will be. No. There are people who don't have the patience to understand issues. But as time goes on, they start to learn and understand. And to me, I'm not intimidated by, hey, Kevin, NDC, they are losing power. Me, that thing does not do me anything. It doesn't do me anything because I have first-class information every single day. I am watching I am watching, I am studying, I am talking about the politics, I am seeing the work the government is doing. When I go on the ground, I see it. I have been to Ghana this year alone. I've been to Ghana about 7 times. I know what the government is doing. I know the hard work they are putting in, and I know how people are seeing the changes. So I won't let you intimidate anybody and say, Kevin, NDC is losing, NDC will win. NDC will win. And nobody, you are not voting for NDC, you are voting for Huba Obia. Oh, bodam. Go and vote for MPP. Me, I will never sit here and beg any person and say, please, wouldn't be and NDC power. NDC NDC is working. So they don't need to beg anybody. The president is working, so he doesn't need to beg anybody. The government, we are senior appointees, the work they are doing, the new ideas they are brought on board, the reforms. We are seeing it. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I beg you, because I was here for Nipa 5,000. Ya for Nipa a year, Nipa 500,000. I apply I'm not going to do that. Because you know the truth and I know the truth. Why should I beg you? Unless I want to lie to you. But I am not going to lie to you on these matters. I say 4 years, so for 12,000. First phase, 5,000. Nipa 500,000. And I apply. In the first place, so why should I come and sit here and beg you? I'm not going to beg you. And it's how Philly say, oh, you are hurt because Nipa 5,000, yeah, I'm foul. And yeah, if you have any decision you can make. You see, some people need to understand something. That the politics that in 1992 can say, hey, okay, some way, yeah, you bet 20 years old. Sadia no any idea politics make for the campaign in about be president. Sadia no, yeah, politics. Sadia no, TV so, radio so. Me echo. When something is wrong, I will tell you, this government, something is wrong. But so far, what I have seen, so I to me, they are buying where you 1 year, so I am not perturbed. I'm telling you. And the way I am talking, I am going to talk the same way. And I can tell every single Ghanaian, including myself, because of what I know. Nobody can win election 2029 except the NDC. No government, no party. No party. Indeed, it is maybe the pace at which the NDC is going, it frustrates you. It frustrates everybody. But that does not mean the NDC is not going to deliver. Your pace might not be the pace of the government. So it gets you pissed off. It gets you angry. It gets you to say things. That is fine. You have the right to that. You're entitled to that. But that does not change the focus. Yes. Because Sanka, a man will buy and can find 2 million a juma and a winning SHS 40 and Cassans and Quassa we can't and so why are you angry? Are you not ashamed to say there was a government in power and we have 500,000 youth on the street looking for jobs? Are you not ashamed? Are you not ashamed as an MPP person to even sit on TV to say the government needs to recruit and pay the people their money back? Are you not ashamed for an MPP MP to sit on TV and say, why is the government not employing all these people? I didn't only pay 500,000, I buying for 5,000. Are you not ashamed? Are you a reasonable human being? Actually, wait, Jimmy. Are you not ashamed for the MPP? Into Baumia on ferry. Ekufuado no namho gijigijinu on ferry. MPP for Nangasomo party, Ombedi Ghana so 8 years. Are they not ashamed of this situation? What is causing this situation? The air costs is here. What is causing it? It is because there was so much unemployment. So what are you telling me? This government is trying to employ. As some is here, Abane try to employ. The government trying to employ, no, the government is a problem. Are you crazy? There's a difference between the government trying to employ and the government not trying to employ at all. Government, Nipa 500,000 TF, the government is trying to employ some. Also, one TSC say one for Nipa 500,000 one time. Are you okay? How do you want governance to be done? In think about Miaba Power 2029. No, but to Nipa 3 billion TF or so the 1 year effort. Be realistic to yourself. Be realistic to yourself for once. Let's stop making it look like you named the reality, the realistic part of what we are doing. Let's not make it look like that. John Mahama is working, the NDC, they are working. And you saw Tamamoto way, you are seeing the work done around the nation. Yeah, quite Busamu said it's kind of free. And the cocoa board 8 year cocoa farmers momo. World marketing, yeah, and the petrol price. Yeah, and I heard this story. I heard a story said, one second, I'm just trying to fix something here. I heard this story. Mami can be Ghana for. And it's our sorry now. Obi catcher will say, Petro Bobe Kosro. Now, the panic catcher will say, the panic catcher will say, oh, and the Iran for war into Petro because now catch him say, oh, now say Petro because chna. So chna betu Petro ma. What is the news here? I saw this story. Yasi COPEC say rising Middle East tensions. COPEC warns fuel prices could rise to 18 per liter from Monday. What is the news here? What makes COPEC exceptional about this? Middle East, Iran for talk na yekono. Baby a petrol for nyina ho Iran for omnum guta garage keys. Say Iran to garage keys ma petrol bo bedding aban ne boy din aton no sene oton na no. This does not make COPEC exceptional. What is this? So Monday, you top petrol 18 Ghana per liter. What is so exceptional about it? Because we all know where the problem is coming from. Why should this one be like Asema COPEC aka yesi petrol betono 18 Ghana a liter into aban nya de into nya den into John Mahama kobo besia no nya den o ma on 4 Ghana. It does not work like that be mo. Aban na ye de wiase sisi na asesa o. Omo mo kuntokwa no mo interest. Inti say we betra ka jem say because petrol akodu 18 into Monday into me aban no e wo say me force na me turn 2 a wa ban di begu. Inti I'm advising the government, if through the war petrol moved to 18 Ghana cedis a liter, tell the people petrol has moved to 18 Ghana cedis a liter. When it comes down, it will move down. Finished. Nobody should pick any cap and go anywhere and go and borrow any fucking money. So if you tell me COPEC say, and the Sobia catch him say, eye osueni ekoku adoa, weku adoa ena ode ne binina yan kwan into your surprise. Osueni catch out that so pa adoa kwan. So what makes that person who would say that to say, "Sa nipa na aye something exceptional"? No. We know the reality on the ground. There's a difference between a government lying to you. The NPP government, time and petrol code 17 letters, no, we all knew that the world price wasn't there. They were telling us about Russia-Ukraine war. And the Russia-Ukraine war, why is the petrol not 18? So you know, say, those people were lying. They were taking our money, they were stealing from us. But when the reasons are legitimate, why should we fight? Why should we argue? The reasons are legitimate. Akurakura one and then say Israel, America, any Iran for Tokwano, it can make petrol go up tomorrow. So what is this thing of if you're a government communicator, you come and sit on TV and say you are dilly-dallying around it. Tell them, my friends, when the Iran war wasn't there, you saw how much we were buying petrol. Iran war is up. They have closed the garage. Petrol is expensive. Let's deal with it. Finito. What is this thing of Mama politics here complicated? Mobe we no boka abe more bread to explain. Inti COPEC has not done anything exceptional. There's nothing exceptional here. When you come to the foreign world and in the foreign countries, when petrol goes up, petrol